is, and now he's saying heavy is the head.
First of all, Skip, how about this? You're giving us something we didn't ask for. Remember, we talked about this the other day, playing the Black National Anthem and taking Aunt Jemima off service.
Okay.
Nobody asked for that.
Okay.
We didn't ask for a break. We were clicking.
We
were
didn't
rolling.
ask for it, but you got one.
Okay. Can you give me what I asked for?
Well, you got something you weren't even thinking of because you thought it was impossible to get a 5-month break before you start the playoffs.
We got something we didn't need. We were rolling. We were blending.
Michael Jordan played 82 games 9 times. He played 80-plus games 11 times. So did he ever get any break before the playoffs? No.
He took a year and a half off.
Oh, he didn't take it. It was forced upon him. Forced.
And then
you think he wanted to?
And then he took another 3 years off. I mean, the man took 4.5 years off in the middle of his career.
He ended his career in 1998 in Chicago. That was the end of that.
No, it wasn't.
He quit out of conscience because he was behind Phil Jackson. I think he got taken to the cleaners on that one, but whatever.
Skip, I would have excused him. You remember in World War II, there are a lot of baseball players, Bob Feller, and there are a lot of players that had to give up their careers, Ted Williams put their careers on hold, go serve in the war. Now, had he done that, okay, no problem. He took time off because the media was too tough on him.
That's not true.
Can you imagine? He was burnt out. Can you imagine in this social media age where
you know and I know that was not the reason, and you have acknewledged that was not the reason.
Time out.
Somebody is practicing revisionist history to make a new case.
Just imagine if you got 300 million Shannon Sharps and Skip Baylesses, because that's what social media is. You got 300 million head coaches, 300 million general managers, 300 million. And he stepped away because a handful of reporters was asking him some tough questions.
You know and I know what happened, and it was not about media pressure.
I know what's about to happen. You and I both know that, too, but you don't want to admit it.
So you speak of how LeBron is obviously a Shakespearean expert.
Yeah.
He knows history, and he knows Shakespeare. And as LeBron would be the first to tell you, that line comes from a play called, that written by William Shakespeare, called King Henry IV, Part 1, not Part 2, Part 1. And it was line number 31 in Act 3, Scene 1. And the line is, as you correctly read it before, uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. What was King Henry IV? Why did he utter that line? Because he was feeling extraordinary pressure to live up to wearing that crown because he was under fire. He could not sleep. That's why he said lies the head, meaning lying in bed. You've got the crown on your head and it's uneasy. You can't sleep. He was haunted because what happened? He usurped the throne from Richard II. He didn't just inherit it by birthright. He usurped it from Richard II. So he was constantly under fire, under attack, just the way that guy usurped the throne from the real 23. That's what he did. He usurped it.
Hostile takeover.
He had tattooed on his back, as we can see in the picture, chosen one while he was in high school. He chose to wear number 23. It didn't choose him. He said, no, I got next. He announced to the world at age 18, I got next.
Got it.
And he immediately, shall we say, borrowed the powder toss routine that was made famous by the real number 23 in Chicago.
We did it.
So he just said to the world, here, I throw up powder to announce my arrival. I am the new Jordan. Did he not say that?
He did. Jordan
he wished that upon himself.
Jordan didn't want to relinquish the crown. So what we did, Skip, see what we did, the CEO, we offered a bid for your company. The CEO said no. So we went to the shareholders, which happened to be the fans. And so what we did was what we call a hostile takeover.
Really?
We took over the company. So now it's us. We're in the front. And you know what's coming.
And you fooled a lot of them with social media posts like this one.
No, Skip. All I'm saying is this, Skip. You know, no player has had the responsibility, has come from high school with the expectations. I would like to think LeBron James has exceeded the expectations, because if anybody told you that he was going to be this, a high school kid is going to be the greatest scorer of all time, a guy that's going to go to more NBA finals. I mean, I don't know if he's going to catch Russell, because he's got 9, Russell has 12. Skip, I don't know if that's going to happen, but he's exceeded expectations. Jordan didn't have these expectations because they said, we didn't know he could do this. We knew what he could do, but we didn't know he could do it to that extent.
But LeBron did not have to play for Dean Smith at North Carolina because there was only one man who could stop Michael Jordan, and that was Dean
You know
Smith.
why he had to go play for Dean Smith? He wasn't good enough to go straight to the NBA. That's what happens, Skip Bayless.
Really?
Sometimes you have to take different routes to get to college. Sometimes you got to go to the military, get the GI Bill, come back. Sometimes you got to work. Sometimes you get a scholarship. My guy was so good, he pole vaulted all that straight to the NBA, straight to paying bills, his bills, mama bills, grandma bills. That's what he did.
If the rules had been the same back in Jordan's day,
He wasn't coming.
been different.
He wasn't coming. He wasn't coming. Stop.
Well, he was true to his school, a school that you should also be true to because you love that school.
I do look that is my school. Long as they keep on beating Duke down, they gonna still be my school. Skip, you know what's on the responsibility that this man is under. The pressure, you know is pressure. Heavy is the head.
I thought you keep telling me we got this. I thought you kept telling me this is going to be a cakewalk championship.
Skip, you still have to play. All this paper and their favorite and they're the betting favorite and this and all that. That means nothing. You still have to go out there and play the games. And the responsibility, nobody, because when we talk about Kawhi, we're not talking about Kawhi as the face of the NBA. We're not talking about Kawhi. We're talking about strictly basketball. LeBron James is so much bigger than just the game of basketball. You know that. I know that. That's a lot of responsibility. And anytime there's responsibility, Skip, you must walk upright all the time. The thing that I like about America is that you can sometimes become whatever you want. But the people that build you up, they're still, and they're watching from sniper position to try to tear you down and take shots at you also. So,
how many? One?
No, don't do that, Skip. You know how this thing. You know how this thing.
I don't know anybody else.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Except that everybody during the Last Dance said it's obvious that Jordan was better than LeBron. Everybody. Do we have to start back down the list? The list is too long. I'd need 2.5 hours of show just to read the list of people who weighed in and said, I'm sorry, but Jordan was just better.
Just because they say it does not make it true.
Okay, well, you can live in your self-delusion and illusion if you want to. But I'm going to cap this off. Speaking of Kawhi Leonard, I'm going to remind LeBron even of this because we have actually a flip side of the break he got was the bad break that the Clippers got. And I think they're the biggest threat to LeBron right now. Only 12 times this year did the full Clippers roster get to play together. They were 11-1 in those games, and the one, to your point, did come in that third game against the Lakers. They lost that with their full roster together. And all of a sudden, they stopped because they had to, and they needed reps. They needed to play out the rest of the season in sequence on time to try to figure out how do we do this together to beat that group because Kawhi and Paul George played 32 games together while that guy and his new co-star from New Orleans played 53 games together. So it's 53-32 on two stars versus two stars getting to play together. The Clippers don't yet know each other. It's going to be very difficult for them just to flip the switch inside the bubble and say, okay, here we go. They needed 28 games to figure each other out, and they're going to get 8 before and the first one is going to come against that guy.
So we're blaming AD and LeBron for drinking milk as kids compared to your guy that didn't and are brittle. Paul George and Kawhi are brittle. They should have drank milk.
Really?
Yeah, it does a body good.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they couldn't afford milk. I have no idea.
So now they can't afford milk.
They can't afford milk because LeBron was living large up there in Akron.
Look at that man. Hey, look, responsibility. Think about it, Skip. You become the head of the house at 18 years of age.
Well, okay, I'll give you that. But heavy is the head that wears the crown. I start thinking, well, he does have a big head, as in, like
no, he doesn't.
Sort of figuratively a big head. He gets big-headed sometimes.
No, he doesn't.
So heavy is the head that tries to bear up under the crown.
And all we've seen over the last 3 months, almost every other day, is some guy down in Tampa that's breaking quarantine to post videos. And the one time the man said something, you want to call into question the reasons why.
That guy is possessed.
Yeah, I don't
He
care.
is obsessed.
Well, for what?
He doesn't care about any COVID. He just says, I'm going to go win number 7.
Yeah.
I'm going to show the coach who drove me out of Foxborough, I'm going to win 7 now.
Yeah, it's people like him
Yeah.
is the reason why Florida and California
You
and
could make
Texas
that
are
case.
shutting back down
You could make
because
that
they
case,
don't care.
And he doesn't care.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
See what don't care to get us?
Okay. Well, I don't think he cares
He
either.
don't. You see, every time he got the video on, he got the mask on.
Does he?
He's shooting hoops with the mask on.
Really?
He
He
might
play with the
it.
mask?
He might.
Well.
Because he got the lung capacity to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see what LeBron does in that game one, you guys. You have to admit that's going to be an exciting one. So everyone,
Blowout.
mark your calendars there.
Blowout? Will you give me 10?
Blowout.
Alrighty. Well, we're switching to the NFL because there's new developments on the Washington